Hello again. In this lesson we're going to look at the Clementi Sonatina and some techniques that are used in this piece. The first thing we're going to look at is the opening few measures, and these outline a C major triad in second inversion. So if we have the root position starting on the middle C of our keyboard, sound like that. Then the first inversion will start on the E, make this a little bit louder, and then the second inversion will start on the G, and it will contain the notes G, C, and E, and it will sound like this. Now, Clementi, he changes the order of these notes to make it a little bit interesting. Instead of just doing this, he plays so it's a little bit more interesting. And so the first two measures sound like this. And you're going to want to give a little bit of a staccato sound to these G's down here. So if you have you'll have a combination of legato sound, so pay attention to the slurs, those curved phrase markers, smooth, and then a little bouncy on the G, like this. Now, in the next two measures, measures 3 and 4, we're just going to walk down and kind of wiggle around a scale in C major starting on the F, and it will sound like this. So when we get to the B, we're going to use our third finger on the B and wiggle back and forth between the B and the C, and then just walk down from D to G. So the first four measures in the right hand of the piece will sound and look like this. Okay, here's one more time. Now, for the left hand, it's going to be very easy for us. We just are going to play a C for most of the first four measures. It will just be a C either on the first beat or also on the first and the third beats, and it's just going to sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 1. And you might have noticed that I kind of sprung up using our technique that we've learned before for shifting from chords. I just sprang up from the G to the G, like that. So one more time, here are the first, I would say, 5 measures of the piece. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 1. Okay, there's another technique that he uses in this piece a little later on, and this will be around measures, it's looking like measure 9 and measure 11. In the left hand, he's going to play an Alberti bass, and we've talked about this in an earlier video lesson, but I just wanted to demonstrate it here one more time. It's going to be on a D major chord, and then to a kind of D dominant 7th chord. And what he's going to do is just sort of oscillate between the F sharp and the D, and give an A and a D as well. So it will sound like this. And what you're going to want to do is just rotate, shift your wrist with the notes of this chord and keep the fingers somewhat curved. And then you're going to want to go in measure 11 to an A, a D, and a C and shift using your wrist again in this Alberti bass fashion back and forth, and it will sound like this. So once again. Okay, so the two figures together sound like this. And there you have it. Those are most of the techniques that you'll find in this piece.